Scottie Barnes was selected fourth overall in the 2021 draft by the Toronto Raptors out of Florida State. Barnes took home the Rookie of the Year award in the 2022 season, beating out Evan Mobley and Cade Cunningham with his defense and overall game. In his second year, though, he didn't show the improvement so many fans want to see from second year players, and many were very disappointed, and some even wrote off the young Toronto forward. But this season has been a much different story. And the 22-year-old star is continuing to show why he has a very bright future. And he earned the first All Star nod of his career this season. Barnes combines his height, length, and athleticism with some very impressive skills, which makes him one of the most versatile players in the NBA. Let's take a look at his game. First and foremost, with Barnes, you look at his defense. Barnes is very bothersome for offenses, and he stays active and aware of all five guys on the court. At around 6'7", with very long arms, his help defense is prohibitive, and he makes sure to utilize his length using all of his frame. He has tons of value as a roamer. This includes rim protection, which is such a luxury to have from your forward and really speaks to his versatility. He's averaging over one block per game and one steal as well. One of 14 guys doing that so far this season. He's all over the place on the defensive side of the ball, and the word ultimately is activity. On the other side of the ball, I believe Barnes is at his best when the offense is running through him as a point forward. He has such great passing ability, which is definitely his best offensive trait at this point of his career, and he can make a variety of passes. Most often, it is because of his driving gravity that he finds his teammates, oftentimes for three. He can find guys off cuts or pass it inside to his big for an easy layup. He's also good at passing on the move and knows how to make the right play in transition, helping his team to be one of the best transition teams in the league. No matter where it is, Barnes finds his fellow Raptors on time and on target. He's averaging 6 assists per game, number 3 among forwards. The ability to bend defenses and make plays for the whole offense and not just oneself is a completely necessary trait for any player that wants to be at that level. And Scottie Barnes is already doing this at such a high level every night. As previously mentioned, Barnes has a lot of driving gravity. As a 6'7" forward with length and great athleticism, he's very dangerous when going to the basket, when he wants to be. I do want to see him be more assertive, more consistently with his drives. He should be an unstoppable driver, game to game, and I do love his tendency to look for a pass or an opportunity for his teammates first, rather than himself. But with his tools, he can be even better if he just takes it to the cup every game. He doesn't need many dribbles to get there, and his extended arms help him to finish. And he has shown the ability to finish with either hand. When he can't get all the way there, his floater helps him out. This in between shot is huge for any player, similar to in mid range, just giving a player more options. Movement off the ball also makes him a huge threat down low. We know how good he can be when he's made up his mind that he will be attacking all game long, like in his recent game against Cleveland, and again versus Indiana. Overall, he is of course still developing as a scorer, again, as just a third year guy. Difficulties being a consistent scorer have shown up this season, and he's had some rough performances like his recent one against San Antonio, where he was just out of sorts all over the court. He made a lot of bad passes, again seemed passive, and just looked way different than the Cavs game, which was just a couple of days prior. Knowing just how good he is and making the defense feel his presence every single game, even if he is shooting poorly, is the next step for him. Barnes also has post scoring ability, showcasing a pretty nice touch and footwork. Being a post threat keeps so many eyes on a player, and the Raptors' vision can break down defenses from the zone. Continuing to develop this part of his game will be huge in him getting to that next level. He's also very dangerous in transition with how hard he runs, and again, with his length. The biggest improvement for the young All-Star this season has been his three-point shot, which is a real testament to his work ethic, because this sort of jump is not normal. With his driving and passing ability, being able to knock down threes is everything for his game. We know how important the shot is in today's league. He's down compared to the start of the season, and hopefully he can get back to around the 38-39% range, but he has undoubtedly improved. Scottie Barnes is a defensive Swiss Army knife, an athletic point forward with a much improved shot at 22 years old, and he has much room to grow. Again, I need to see him be aggressive every single game at the rim, especially when his shot is much improved, but still a work in progress. What does Scotty need to improve at the most in your mind? He is already an all-star, and he will lead the Toronto Raptors into this next chapter of their organization. Pascal Siakam was one of the last remaining pieces of the 2019 championship team, and with the forward gone to the Pacers, all eyes are on Scottie Barnes, along with some other guys like RJ Barrett, who has been better in Toronto than New York and showcases most of his value with his driving. Manuel quickly as well, who also puts pressure on the rim but can also light things up from deep. Another player in Grady Dick has also shown his potential. As the season has gone on, he has started to show the same long range shooting that he did at Kansas, and I'm excited to see how he develops. This team is looking to build for the future, led by none other than Scottie Barnes. How good is the 22-year-old All-Star really? Will he be a superstar? Can he lead this team back to the championship? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Rxkz with Hoops Times 2. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.